Hello. I would like to take a minute to talk about breathing. So breathing is probably something you've been doing successfully for a number of years. If not, I'd be pretty concerned. So at the minute, I'm quite into nasal breathing training, which I think just makes running hard. So by breathing through your nose, obviously your nasal cavity is smaller, the passages are narrower, you cannot get the same volume of air into your lungs. Also, I feel like you end up breathing deeper. Like if you breathe in through so put a hand on your chest, hand on your belly. If you breathe in through your mouth, it all comes here into the top of your chest. If you breathe in through your nose, like you can feel that belly breath, it feels deep, which is something when I'm running I really enjoy. I feel good doing it, and I feel like it keeps me in that kind of heart rate zone to sort of 60 to 70% of my heart rate max. So when it comes down to trying to hit a PB or something like that, I then stop the nasal breathing, go back to however I feel like I should breathe, probably because I'm going to push it a bit harder. So then it's not possible to nasal breathe, but because you've done that sort of lung capacity building, you have so much more left in the tank and you can shave so much time off your runs or whatever cardio it is. I just feel like it's another form of progressive overload. It's another tool you can use in your tool belt to maximize progression in whatever it is you're doing, CV wise. The other thing I want to talk about with breathing is bracing. So knowing how to brace is really important. But first of all, what is bracing? So bracing is creating intra-abdominal pressure using your core muscles. So it's inhaling and pushing into your core muscles. So that's not just your abs, that's everything, the whole girdle of muscles around your spine, around your lower back. So we're talking obliques, we're talking abdominals, we're talking lower lats. So it's using all of those muscles to create rigidity, to protect your back. So when you are squatting, when you are deadlifting, probably when you're benching, anything involving your spine, if you want to turn a flexible column into a rigid rod to lever on, you need to do some bracing. So the way I like to practice bracing is to take a deep belly breath, as we know now, that's through the nose, and then a little breath out. If you put your hands on your back and do that, you can feel all of the muscles around your back tense. And as you get used to that, you can start breathing behind the brace. You can maintain that structural integrity, you can maintain that tension and still have some breathing behind it, which is really useful. So that's something to think about. And then the other thing I have been thinking about, I do a lot of thinking in my car when I drive. That's why these videos happen late at night. The other thing is using your breath through a lift or through a strength movement. So if you were to do a push-up, you would exhale through the press because that's where you're creating more force. That exhale creates even more tension through your core, through your back, through your glutes. You want to keep all of that tensed, and then you're breathing out, and then at that top position, which is almost like a rest position, that's where you'll have your inhale. So that's to do with like your concentric and your eccentric contractions. So for example, in a pulling movement like a row, your exhale is going to be the other way. It's breathing into the most kind of aggressive movement, where the most effort is. So in that row, that pulling movement, that's hard. So you're going to, and then exhale is that relaxation. So it's about breathing into a space that exhalation is almost a contraction, not just of your lungs, but of your muscles generally. And then an inhale is that expansion. So it's based on what you're looking for. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to hit me up. But that's just me spitballing on breathing and training. I'm sure there's a lot more to it, and it's a lot more complex than I've done, but I've tried to put it in proper layman's terms. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed my rambling. I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Take it easy.